Alright, so this is mostly going to be just a video explaining how I'm planning on running this YouTube channel. Initially, I'll be doing some study with me streams, which I've already started to do, and I'll do some deep work streams as well. I'm planning to kind of experiment with the format of the streams a little bit. Sometimes I'll be doing just straight up normal study with me streams like I've been doing. Sometimes I'll have rain sounds, sometimes I might experiment with lo-fi, sometimes I might have no sound at all, just that kind of experimentation. I also plan on doing deep work streams, so those will be 4 hours or 3 to 4 hours of just working with no talking or chat breaks. I'm not sure if those will really gain a following, but I might do them anyway to kind of keep myself accountable to it, and potentially there might be someone out there who finds that helpful. So there you go. That if that's you, cool. Secondly, I wanted to kind of make some other YouTube videos that I've experimented with before on my old channel. I had like an EDC video at some point. I think I did 2 like study with me vlog day kind of things, so I might experiment with that kind of style again. I'll do like a desk setup workflow video at some point, potentially, if that's something that would get, I don't know, any interest. I might do a review on the flip phone I use. So this is an Australian brand. This is an Australian brand called Opel. It's been talked about on Reddit a couple times, and I'm running Unlauncher with it. I might do a review on that at some point so that the phone itself can kind of get more of a presence on the internet, because it's mostly just, it's advertised for sure towards elderly people. If that's not obvious, but they're like enormous buttons and numbers. But it works pretty good for a dumb phone. Anyway, I'll leave that stuff for the review. Also a Books Palmer review at some point. So this is pretty well known, especially if you're in the study with me kind of space. You'll definitely have seen one of these before. It's just an e-ink e-reader, like pocket e-reader. This one's the Books Palmer specifically. I'll do a review on that at some point as well, since I've had that since January, and now it's October, and I've been meaning to do a review on it the entire time, so whoops. Potentially I might do some video essays. This is the third thing I wanted to bring up. I did do a couple video essays on my old channel, maybe 1 or 2, but they didn't seem to be received super well, and they kind of are a pain to make. So I'm not sure if I'll continue with that. I haven't decided yet. Maybe, but probably not. For my plan for off-peak, so this will be when university is finished and it's like summer holidays and I have nothing to do. My plan for that currently is to start self-teaching myself things. So I picked up some textbooks for like quantum computing and cybersecurity. I might start teaching myself that kind of stuff. I don't know, it could be fun, and it's a way for me to keep streaming during the holidays, because I know that the Australian education system works on a very different timeline to a lot of places in the world. So it might still be useful to have those streams continuously there throughout the year that are actually live and not just old streams that people can rewatch. So that's my plan for the summer. There'll be less streams because I'll still want to, have my summer holidays and do some other stuff. But yeah, I'll still be streaming in the summer holidays coming up. Obviously, I want the channel to improve over time. Things like, I'm even noticing as I'm making this video, sometimes I'm struggling to look at the camera itself and I'm looking at the screen next to it. So stuff like that, and just other quality of life things about the channel I plan to improve over time as I kind of get more used to it. I'm not sure how good the lighting is right now. I hope everything like that as well. The camera as well, 1080p, but maybe in the future I can pick up one for higher quality for like content production, not for streaming. I'll probably leave streaming sort of 720p at 1080 potentially, depending on how it goes in the next few weeks. Essentially, I want to improve the channel's quality and interest over time, but I plan to keep it in this sort of vibe where it's still pretty low production and just kind of me and a camera there. And it's still just easy to understand and comfortable to watch and just sort of comfy and cozy. No formality to it at all. I also thought about making like specific setup videos. So if there's any setups that anyone finds interesting, let me know, and maybe I can make a video on how, for example, I set up SyncThing with I've got a Linux server in my room. So maybe if anyone's interested in how I set up SyncThing with my phone and my e-reader and laptop and computer and that kind of stuff. So yeah, if anyone's interested in that, I guess I might make some videos on that. If it'll depend on what questions I get, basically. No, I sort of mess with like retro tech and retro audio equipment, especially. If you watch the streams, you'll know I really mess with cassettes. So these are a couple of cassettes I picked up off AliExpress. They're just new Jabez ones. They're obviously 100% bootlegs, but I still really like them. They sound good enough, and I don't know. I just mess with cassettes. So what I'm thinking is I might do sort of cinematics / montages of any retro tech I pick up and fix. So it's not retro, but I've got a cassette player just sitting behind the camera that can play CDs, cassettes, has a turntable, can record. The cassette mechanism is trash. It has a permanent magnet erase head. So the erasing is trash. The recording quality is trash. The mechanism is trash. It doesn't have auto reverse or anything. It has auto stop, thankfully. I might still use it to make a cinematic. This would be stuff that I do in the summer holidays, just to see if it's kind of interesting, just for a bit of fun. If I find any other retro tech, like there's a couple CRTs for sale around where I live, so maybe if I pick one of those up, I could make a little video on it, or like my Walkman. Hang on. I think I just moved the camera, so I'm really sorry if it's in a different position. This kind of stuff that I find on Facebook, if I find any other stuff like it and pick it up and fix it, I might do some other montages of this sort of stuff. I don't know where the best lighting is. And also maybe I'll talk about how I set this up with Bluetooth. Yes, Bluetooth, so that I can listen to tapes with my wireless earbuds. Kind of defeats the retro purpose, I know, but I'll talk about that in another video. Yeah, finally, vlogs. I mentioned it briefly earlier. Did a couple of them on my old channel. They were kind of fun. I'm not sure how often I do them. It's kind of weird to walk around in public with a camera pointing it at myself and talking. So it's not going to be something I do super often. If I do one, obviously I'll put as much effort into it as I can. Probably won't make one for a little while. I might feel more comfortable making them in summer. Like maybe I'll do some vlogs of going to car meets and that in Australia, or something like that. I don't know yet. It's up in the air. In summary, I have quite a few plans for this channel. They might not all happen. Maybe I'll do them all. I aim to obviously help people who watch my streams for studying, and I aim to kind of gain some experience in content creation, video editing, although it won't be super produced video editing, but just in general. And just practicing sort of talking as well. I find this a really good opportunity to practice my talking. So there we go. Goals of the channel: improve, create some wacky, zany videos, help people study, and also just, it's really nice to meet a new community, actually. I've met a couple people in the streams recently who are they're just so chill. And it's so interesting to meet people from all over the world. I know I'm saying this with a completely blank face, but I'm serious. It's really cool to meet all these different people, and I hope that I meet more. And I'm glad that I can have such an intimate conversation at the moment. So I'm hoping that I can retain that throughout the amount of time I continue to produce on this channel. Alright, thanks for watching, dudes, homies, and famalams. See you in the next stream / video. I have no idea when I'm going to end up uploading this. See ya.